What is going on, everyone? Back again with another episode of Otakus of South Florida. I'm your host, the Silverback Senpai. Joining me is my co-host, Waluigi.
And
Say something.
we got right now we got cosplay Chris and we got our homie Toby. Because I'm not sure what your
Hi.
alias is nowadays.
Huh?
What do you go by now? It's been a
Oh,
while.
well, I actually go by my middle name now. I go by Francisco. You can call me Frankie, whatever you want. Don't really matter to me. Whatever you feel like.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get right. Oh, and cosplay Chris, your introduction.
Hello, cosplay Chris here. Disclaimer: my phone camera's broken, so I think I should explain that before people think I have like a 50-cent phone.
All right.
57 cents.
All right, so you already see the topic on the screen. We're going to talk about what anime to recommend to those who are newcomers and people who are still watching anime, but we're going to do this a little bit differently. We're only going to talk about anime that came out in 2015 and older. So anything from 2015 and before, we're going to talk about those animes because there's a lot of hidden gems out there, and most of these animes have gotten their age. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and talk about them. And of course, some of these animes are still continuing. And the best one I want to, start off with is One Piece. I definitely,
I knew it.
I
freaking knew it.
definitely recommend One Piece. Yes, I understand it is long, very long, almost up to 1,000 episodes. I get that. Same thing in the manga too. However, it is a awesome journey from start all the way up until now. You go through so many transitions. There's like, to me, I look at it like it has all the character development of each of the Straw Hat member crew, and you see all of their challenges. You see them get better. To me, the best arc is the Marineford arc, where you have a lot of fruit users. You have the Whitebeard pirates going up against the Marines, and then of course you have the Blackbeard pirates showing up. I mean, just one chaotic battle, and it is definitely worth investing to. And then of course you have the time skip arc, where this is 2 years after Marineford. Now you see Luffy a little bit older, Zoro, Sanji, Nami, Frankie, Usopp, and now they're still continuing their journey to find One Piece. And I don't want to spoil much of it, but I definitely recommend One Piece. Yes, it's long, but if you want to get through it very quickly, I highly recommend reading the manga because you can literally blow through 10 chapters of One Piece in less than an hour versus watching 10 episodes. Like, that's not going to happen, but at least in the manga, you can catch up with One Piece very quickly. So, One Piece is one I will definitely recommend. What about you
One Piece
guys?
definitely. One Piece definitely is a
Do
mission.
you
I
want to go
heard
first,
that's a
Waluigi, or
real
you want me to go
series.
first?
I'll allow you. I'll allow you.
Okay. So my number one recommendation to anybody is always Full Metal Alchemist. It's
Hey.
short anime. I feel like
Right.
it's definitely one of the shorter ones out there, but I just feel like the episodes are just so compact. And I mean, like, the first episode off the bat is just jaw dropping. I mean, I'm into more darker animes, and like, I feel like, I don't know, those just catch my attention. So, like, for me, I like that is always like a number one recommendation for me is Full Metal Alchemist.
What
I mean,
cat?
just
Nah, go ahead, because I have a question I want to ask.
go ahead, go ahead.
Well, what kept you engaged in Full Metal Alchemist in the long run? And be like, okay, you know what? This is an anime I do want to recommend to somebody. Hey, if you're gonna, check out some anime, especially anime that came out years ago, this is the one I would recommend to you.
Well, I have to say, definitely the whole sibling aspect. I mean, Frankie here's my brother, and like to me, like we've always had each other's back, and even when we mess up, we have each other's back, and that's one of the
Right.
biggest things in this show is it as bad as Ed fucked everything up, and
Yeah.
that sorry if I'm swearing, but
Nah, nah,
as
it's
bad as
fine.
he
It's
messed
fine.
everything up, like his Alphonse always has his back.
I want to say,
he lost his
you're definitely Ed.
body. He's literally, his soul is strapped to, you know, this whole metal suit, and no matter what, he's like, no, my brother promised me he's gonna fix it, and I believe him. You know, it's like, that's one of the biggest things to me, and definitely one of those. He has almost like a Naruto aspect to him, where people look down on him until he proves them wrong. Yeah. And he just has this way of collecting people and support and friends throughout the show. You know, that's basically it for me.
And what about you? Because you were just only going to say something.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, hi guys. I was gonna say she's definitely Ed, because she was the one doing all the crazy shit, and then I was
about to ask that.
We can fix this. We can fix this. Don't worry. I in the age dynamic, I think that matches up too. Actually, you know, isn't that crazy?
Yes, I was shorter and I was ill-tempered, so
yeah, very.
And I definitely came up with all the issues we had growing up.
Oh yeah, all of the bad plans were her idea. Okay. Not saying I came up with any. I just kind of went down the road with her. So.
Well, I mean, he's got a cheap sell point. I mean, I once convinced him to. I was grounded, and I convinced him with a Subway chocolate chip cookie. I had probably 2 days old.
Just gotten a game for getting good grades. It was. What's that game? Something Sam. It was Something Sam. Do you remember that game?
Serious
it was like Serious Sam. My dad just bought me Serious Sam, and she gave me a Subway cookie and said, "Let me watch TV." She had the TV. She had the room near the driveway, and she saw her dad pull in, and she closed the blinds and turned the TV off.
Yeah,
the blinds were opaque white.
Damn.
I guess you could probably guess who didn't have Serious Sam after that. But in the sense of anime,
who had a cookie?
Ooh, I did have a cookie. It was macadamia too. That's a good one.
But go on.
But anime. Okay, so I have very brief ventures into anime. Okay. I used to watch it a lot as a kid though, and if we're talking about you said pre 2015.
Yeah, pre 2015.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit you with a weird one. Do you guys remember?
Which one?
Zatch Bell?
Yes, I remember Zatch Bell.
Yeah, I used to watch Zatch Bell like whenever an episode dropped, I was on it. Those dolls were creepy. I love creepy. Yeah. And they were so weird. Those episodes were... That was a weird anime, and I watched a lot of it.
It was like... I remember watching Zatch Bell when... What TV network it was on? The WB and whatnot. Like, I would watch it in the morning time.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
wasn't it? I thought it was on. Wasn't it on Toonami for a while?
Yeah, it was. I think I saw it on Toonami for a while too. It was Zatch Bell, and there was another one. Metabots. I remember Metabots.
Oh my god! I played the video game on the Game Boy. Holy shit!
Zatch Bell, Metabots. They were my go-to, but what killed it for me was the fact that they kept showing reruns of the same old episode, and it's like, bro, I want to see what happens next.
Well, there wasn't many episodes, if I'm not mistaken. There's only like maybe 2 seasons. Not even. It was a very short series, from what I remember. I swear to God, I don't know if anyone could fact check it, but I don't remember how many seasons there were.
I think there was
honestly
3 or 4. No, maybe like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I haven't thought of the series in a while, so like it's vexing me.
I'm gonna look it up right now. How many?
That's a really good one.
I was going to go ahead and do the research, but I'm not trying to press my phone for any more than its lifespan's going to last me. So
crack it in harder.
I might click it with my nails too hard.
Okay, Zatch Bell had 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm. Very short-lived.
Yeah.
It was a good one. It slapped pretty hard. I'm not going to say I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, same here. Like it was new. It was interesting. It was like, this is kind of awkward and weird. I'm like, okay. But hey, it's anime. I'm gonna watch it because I think after that was Metabots. So I was like, okay, I'll just watch this and see how this one hit. And I was like, whoa, I'm really liking this.
Yeah, like when ventriloquists fight other ventriloquists, it's like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure all over again.
Yeah. And then on top of that, what's that comedian's name? Jeff Dunham.
Yeah.
Why didn't he make a special appearance? Imagine Jeff Dunham with Peanut fighting the main protagonist of that show. Just imagine the face-off. or Walter. You know what I mean? Jose the jalapeno on a stick in an anime. Why not? Why didn't it happen?
Why
Ultimate
am I saying
collab.
no? I
I'm
do
just saying.
support this.
This
Oh
would have
my.
been an event, a showdown.
Oh my
You
god,
know?
I do support this.
Yeah. Especially
And
watching.
speaking of JoJo's, that theme song lives in my head rent free. I have to say.
Which
JoJo?
one?
Which one? There's
The-
a
the
lot
f-
of. There's a lot of them.
Oh my god!
Bloody
You
Street.
know what the heck is the name of it? Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. I can't even tell you the
Oh,
name of it.
Giorno's
But that
theme.
one,
Giorno's
Yes.
theme.
We're
Yes.
JoJo advocates.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I don't. I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I'm probably the odd one out. I'm not a huge fan of JoJo, but that theme song does.
That is
slap.
okay. We do allow.
It's okay. We
do allow
accept that. Yes.
I have a lot of bad takes, so
Not a problem. Waluigi, what about you? What anime would you recommend pre 2015?
I've been thinking about this constantly. There's I would go straight to shonen, but I'm gonna go with something classic called Samurai Champloo.
Yeah.
It came out in 2008. It was when I first discovered lo-fi hip hop, but
Yep.
I enjoyed the straight plot. Two samurai, one girl, trying to find a samurai who smells of sunflowers, and you find hidden development in each episode of both samurai that want to kill each other, but they can't.
Yeah, Samurai
True.
Champloo is a classic. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, your descriptions sound like some weird hentai. Two samurai, one girl.
You're not wrong.
hey, there's worse out there. All right.
He's got a point.
Yeah,
There is worse out there.
I guess compared to the tentacle monsters, it's probably the most mild form of hentai you
Yeah.
can find.
On the sense of animes that didn't really float, I'm kind of curious. This one was one I found a while ago when I was a kid, and I'm just curious if anyone remembers this. It was on Disney XD. It was called Oban Star Racer. I don't know if anyone remembers. It had a really weird art style.
Nah.
Oban Star Racer was really weird.
Start
Um,
Googling this right now.
Yeah, it was considered an anime, but I don't know if I would. It was like one of those Americanized ones that like had that really
French Japanese.
yeah. It was interesting
It had
nonetheless.
One season 06.
Yeah. I saw this when I was young, and I remember this show. No one I've ever spoken to remembers this show, but I know
we're
for
one
a
of those
fact it
people right
exists.
now.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I just wanted to
absolutely.
know. I figured I'd put my cards on the table and just see.
That's oh my god.
It's got a really-
French Japanese anime series.
It's got a really odd style.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at the photos right now.
Yeah. So the whole plot was you had this girl named Molly who was actually the thing with her cheeks is actually based off of an old celebrity that actually had these birthmarks on her cheeks.
Mhm.
I remember learning about her in school and being like, wait a minute. So the character Molly, her mother goes missing and her mother was a racer. So she decides, I want to go into the race. And I want to, like, in a way, like, try to see if I could find out what happened to my mother. So she kind of, like, infiltrates this thing. And it's like that whole thing of, like, I couldn't make it, so I snuck in, and now they have to work with me. And yeah, she just kind of, it's like this intergalactic space, like, battle race. So, like, it's like you're in spaceships, and you're shooting at each other, and, like, it was interesting. It was interesting. It didn't get very far, I don't think. Definitely didn't finish its story, but it was a crazy one. Yeah.
Okay. Would it? And that's an anime that you would recommend for people to watch, right?
I liked it. I liked it for what it was. I'd say just go in. Just it's French Japanese. And it's got a weird niche to it, but it'd be something to check out.
Definitely.
You know.
So should we shoot for the ones that we all would recommend in a heartbeat?
What, Dragon Ball Z?
What? No, I was gonna say Seven Deadly Sins because of Cosplay Chris being here.
Oh my god,
What's
that
that?
is
Wait, when did Seven Deadly Sins come out? Didn't it?
2015.
Oh, okay.
2015.
Okay. Yeah.
makes it by
Seven
a
Dead-
hair.
I think we watched that together, didn't we?
Yes, I forced you.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah,
Yes.
I did not like it. I just also have ADHD, so
I can get him to sit for a good 10 episodes, and then he's spent.
Dedication.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
I've heard of Seven Deadly Sins, and some of the clips that I've watched is all about Escanor or whatnot. But y'all fill me in about this anime.
The sun.
Okay.
Yeah, literally.
Actually, no.
This is one of my babies. Okay. Seven Deadly Sins is basically it's like very medieval,
Mhm.
but I like it because it's medieval, but it's got the fantasy aspect to it. So you have like goddesses, demons, humans, and they're all kind of like basically you're kind of put into like not a modern time, but like in the future where there was this war between demons and goddesses, and it kind of like they basically erased each other, and then you have just these band of misfits because that's the best kind of anime to watch, all the underdogs, and basically I don't know how to even describe it. Just they
At least season 1 to describe.
what?
At least describe season 1, which might be the easiest thing to say.
Okay, so this is my issue is I start putting way too much details, and then I'm about 5 episodes in and 45 minutes into talking. So that's always my issue. But basically, there's this girl, and she's a princess. She runs away and she's trying to save her kingdom, essentially, and she meets Meliodas, who's the main character of the whole show, and basically he like rounds up all his old friends, and they try to help her save her kingdom. Long story short.
Yeah, that's the best way of actually describing it, because I would have butchered it
without giving too much away.
Now, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say the best part is Meliodas is probably the biggest perv ever.
I've seen the memes.
Like
Yeah.
I've seen the memes.
Yes, like full on eye contact, conversating, hand on boob.
Yeah. There's no cap, no lie.
That's definitely one I'd recommend for people.
Well, for me, I have a couple of anime I want to recommend, and this one in particular because I don't see this type of style of anime being trendy anymore. It was a thing back then years ago, but now not so much because there aren't a lot of mech style anime. Waluigi, you probably know where I'm going with this.
Know where you're going, man. I'm all in.
Yeah, there's not a lot of mech style anime because in this era it's more of heroes versus villains kind of anime and whatnot, and good, and of course your traditional good versus bad, and yeah, mech style anime they're gone. I remember one of the first ones I remember watching was Escaflowne. That is super old school, but that was my first anime that I watched, mech style anime. But the one that I want to talk about in particular, which is literally my number one anime of all time, is G Gundam. Like G Gundam. Like, hold on. I may have to. Yeah, y'all can continue talking or whatnot, but I'm gonna be right back for a second.
So Willie's out the elevator music ready, but I was gonna say Naruto, but I think I'll hold back on that. No offense.
So, if I had to throw one on the table, if I had to throw an anime on the table, I think for me it would be Soul Eater.
Ooh.
Soul Eater is one of the anime series that I actually went through and completed.
Yeah.
I don't know why I say completed.
You did commit it.
Yeah, because I'm a joke. But I really liked Soul Eater. Soul Eater had a pretty consistent level of investment in it for me. That was one of the animes that I literally sat down and I think I finished it
You see him.
within a week.
You
Just
see
a
them.
few days, done. All of it.
All right, now I'm back. Waluigi can't, keep his smile or whatnot because he sees what I'm holding in the background. Listen, The reason why I love G
Oh,
Gundam,
snap.
yeah, the
Uh-huh.
reason why I love G Gundam so much is not because of the gunpla or whatnot. That's because I'm a fan of the series, but like, it's robots fighting against each other. Like, how awesome is that? You have robots, like supernatural robots, going up against each other, and yo, I love G Gundam. I don't care what anyone says. I wish more Gundam anime were to be still popular and going now. But if you're looking for a mech style anime and you just want not a lot of action, not too many political stuff like war and whatnot. I mean, most of the Gundam series is about war anyway. But if you want something goofy, something
War
to
never
laugh
changes.
at, or just something just to kill time, definitely recommend G Gundam. Over here we got Shining Gundam, which is my favorite one, and second to that is Burning Gundam. The main character is Domon Kashu. You pretty much heard the line of I know this is gonna sound corny as shit, but this hand of mine is burning red. My heart tells us to grab happiness. Erupting, burning finger. Cheesy, but God, I love it. But then again,
Did
I
you
was
ever play?
young.
Did you ever play the game? They had a
Yes.
Gundam game. You
Yes.
played it?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think?
The recent one for the PS4.
No. I was thinking about the old one. I didn't even know they had a recent.
Oh
They
yeah,
had one for like I think N64. I think.
the one that I remember, and I currently own it, is Gundam Battle Assault 2, which is a 2D Gundam fighting game where you have G Gundam in it, you have Gundam Wing, and you also have Gundam Zeta, and of course the original Gundam itself. So I remember that's the only one that I remember. And then I think PlayStation 2 had Gundam Battle Assault 3 Gundam Seed. I didn't get to play that one, but yeah, even Gundam games like they're out there, but they're very very niche. And the latest one was this one's a mouthful, and I know I'm going off a little bit on topic, but it's called Gundam Extreme versus Maxi Boost On. That is a mouthful, a real mouthful, and it has
Yeah.
all of your popular and favorite Gundams from each of the series, especially G Gundam, the ones that are sitting over here, and you just go out and you just fight it out with other Gundams. Very fast
True
paced
that.
and very chaotic. But yeah, like mech style anime, like I would love to see more of them come back out. There is also another one that I also like. I'm talking too much, but there's also Zoids.
Oh my god, I forgot about
Zoids.
that.
It sounds super familiar. Zoids.
Yeah, it's a mech style anime, but it's more of like animals, but just like mechanized.
It was in Cartoon Network.
Swear to God, I've seen that.
If you're familiar with
I know.
the name Liger Zero or Shield Liger, then yeah.
Yeah, I watched some of that. That was a good one. I
Oh yeah.
remember that one for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I've rambled on long enough, so yeah, mech style anime, bring them back, and also check out the Gundam series. A lot of them are pre 2015. There's G Gundam, Gundam Thunderbolt, Gundam Seed, Gundam Seed Destiny, Iron Blooded Orphans. I don't know if that's actually past 2015, but there's that one as well. Yeah, there's a lot. But I'm gonna let y'all go ahead. I've rambled on long enough.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
What do you got, Krista? I know you're gonna say something.
I mean, it's not even a recommendation because everybody watches it, but obviously Naruto.
Yes.
It's like you can't even recommend it because yes.
I gotta be honest. I got a short attention span. I ran through the original Naruto, but Shippuden, I couldn't keep up with it. I don't know.
Feel that.
It's a very long series. That is a super
yeah.
long series, and like I said, I got ADHD. I don't do well with like really
I mean,
like
you have the
long.
movies that crunch them up, if anything.
Oh my god, yeah. No, it's a crunch to like catch up, especially now. Like if you wanted to catch into, I mean, I would say go for it. It is fun to watch, but it is definitely like it's an investment to get into Naruto.
Yeah.
That is
I recently like blew through Naruto to rewatch it, and I think like without
The
completely
fillers.
losing my sanity, it took me like a good month between work and trying to give I'd have to feed my child. I have a daughter, so I'd have to feed her in between episodes.
well, I
So
mean, if you
that
had to choose
that took up
between
my
that and
time,
Naruto,
but yeah, I mean, she's old enough. She's 6. She should have been making dinner herself,
Oh my
yeah,
interrupting my
you got hot
show. So,
pockets.
She could be learning Chidori right now, or Fireball Jutsu.
Mhm.
oh no,
Exactly.
I have really tried to get her into Naruto. She's into My Hero Academia. That's about. It's more colorful,
Yeah.
Aw,
So
and
that bubbly style too.
yeah,
that's true.
definitely.
Yeah,
That's another
yeah.
one I
It-
can
I actually
recommend.
have Naruto nails right now. You can't see because my shitty little camera, but I
Blame the
got my
Renegon.
yes. I was actually really upset about these because my nail tech has absolutely zero idea about anything anime, and she actually put an extra dot on my Rinnegan. So me posting pictures of it later, I was like trying to hide the fact that I had another like an extra, dot in them because I didn't want people to come for me.
You think
Because I
anyone will
feel
come
like
for you?
I feel like, I feel like the cosplay world, they really, I mean, it's pretty supportive, but there are people who are so technical about things, whether it's like the race of the character you're dressing as or the size or,
Oh
if
yeah.
if they have one extra
I haven't even
freckle on
shown
one
Gerald the
side.
TikTok we did.
People
I
Oh
get
my
so
need to do
gosh.
picky
what
over
I
that stuff. I see people talking about stuff like that with cosplayers, and it stresses me out watching people like freak out about you're not the right exact proportions of this character. What are you doing? It's pretty. Oh my god, I can't even.
It's fun. It's an entertainment, but
Yeah, like
Cosplay is a blood sport sometimes. You gotta get in there.
LARPing. It's fun.
Yeah, yeah,
what were you gonna say, Waluigi?
So for an anime, I was looking this up, and it actually came out in 2015. This is for anyone that's like not into action, that's kind of dry, but they like a little bit of romance in their life.
Mm-hmm.
My Love Story. Basically,
What's it?
basically to sum it up, it's a really ugly dude that's in high school. Like he's running like the biggest kids fair. He finds a Japanese guy groping a teenager. He beats the crap out of this guy, and the girl falls in love with him. Like it's a really attractive girl, and he does not get a sign that she is attracted to him. Like he's really dense.
Sounds a lot like me. Kind of just phase through that. I like you.
Get a couple pounds,
I
man.
like
I
this movie
believe in you.
too.
But yeah, then you just see him developing a relationship over time with this girl. And it's kind of adorable. There's also another one that's related, that's almost romantic, called Toradora.
I've heard of that one.
I've heard of
Basically,
it.
really angry looking guy who's kind of chill, and very angry girl who is very angry and short. That is the best way I can explain the first episode. And then they develop a friendship and into a relationship and etc.
How cute.
True, true. All right.
I
I'm
know.
a
I just
sellout,
outside.
so all I watch is shonen. I don't watch anything else but shonen.
I think
I
most
usually
people.
do.
I think most people just watch a lot of shonen anime because
Yeah.
it's literally the thing.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
if it's
I remember coming home and hiding. I mean, I remember big one, DBZ. Like I
Yeah.
remember coming home from high school, having it recorded on DVR, and like my friends would call me up. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm like, oh, nothing. I'm grounded. I'm just like laying there with my laptop, drooling, watching freaking animes, and like now it's just like it's such a cool thing to watch anime. And I was like, oh, if only it hit our generation more. I feel like we have a lot of closet animators who are finally coming out the woodworks.
oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. When I found out you guys watched anime and cosplayed, I wanted to
Yeah.
yell at you guys. I'm like, what in the hell?
Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
my-
well, you gotta blame her 'cause she's the one who never conveyed it. I didn't even know we watched anime until she started making us watch anime.
All right, we're binge watching anime movies, and next time everything clears up.
Yes, definitely.
For sure. For sure. All right.
Another cool.
Go ahead. No, go.
Oh no, you go ahead. You go ahead. You're fine.
I was gonna say another anime that I'm gonna recommend, and this one hits very near and dear to me, a lot. And it's I don't think you know what I'm gonna say because this anime is in my number 2 spot.
Oh, okay. I'm listening.
This one is very near and dear to me, and of course, there's an opposite version. I wouldn't say it's similar to another one, but they're both different in their own retrospects, and they both have years of their shows. They both have their own versions of games. Even though one is more longer than the other one, while the other one is more niche, the other one is extremely more popular. My second anime that I recommend is Digimon.
Oh my god!
Yes.
I was gonna say it, but you were the bold one.
I recommend Digimon.
I should have known this.
Digimon has a lot of haters, and I don't know why.
Yeah,
I really don't know why.
because people are calling it like a knockoff Pokemon. It's like, no, it is completely different.
Well, I feel like the Digimon Pokemon freaking division is just like, people like Chipotle or they like Moe's.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the same thing with those two animes.
And it just so happens that more people tend to like Moe's, and then all the Chipotle guys are just getting beat up. My thing is I feel like Digimon always had the way better villains. I'm sorry, the Digimon villains were sick.
Yeah,
they were, and then the songs that played. Didn't they have Smash Mouth playing during one of their fight scenes? They had Smash Mouth playing in the background.
The Digimon movie during the Digimon movie.
Yeah. Was it Smash Mouth or Sum 41? I swear to God, it was so cool just watching like two giant monsters just in Smash Mouth, like that was sick. I loved it every single moment.
Brought back something repressed to me, Frankie. Why?
Yeah, and now you're gonna stay up until 1 in the morning rewatching it.
Oh my gosh!
So, I mean,
I can't even lie. I rewatch the Digimon movie at least one time a year. Like once a year.
We had a little get together, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And I have to say, Pokemon versus Digimon. I mean, I would much rather be in a dimension where you have this little creature that can talk to you.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I could go my life, Pika Pika.
And so how annoying that would get. Like what like
for dinner, or do you want sushi? Pika Pika.
Also, not to be that guy, but the implications of each universe, Digimon just seem they acknowledge that they're not real. They know it. They're like, no, we're just computer programs, bro. It's cool. Like it just be like that.
Yep.
Like it's so much easier over there. So chillax. I mean, yeah, your world's constantly crumbling because they keep hopping over and going like, okay. But like I don't know, it's just cooler there. I feel like that universe is way cooler.
Yeah. And their nurses all look different.
Yeah.
Ooh, the shade.
I just had to throw that one in there.
Speaking of Digimon though, there's something with a similar art style to the Digimon movies that I really liked. Have you guys ever seen Weekend Warrior? It's a movie.
No.
Weekend Warrior is about a kid who has it's like so imagine like I guess in the most relevant sense, imagine like what's that chat room with the VR chat? Imagine VR chat for like a global, like everybody can get in. It's like a huge chat room. People are like living second lives, like full on second lives in this, right?
Ready Player One. Ready Player One.
Very similar to that, yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is that they have fighting tournaments in the game, and this kid joins the fighting tournament, and he is one of the best fighters they have until this mystery player joins. This mystery player also happens to be a hacker, and he's attacking the server and hacks into government servers and is about to destroy like a large portion of the city that this kid stays in. And the only way that he can stop it is by defeating him in the game. And it's really cool, like the art style, the way the fight scenes play out. Weekend Warriors, I would definitely recommend playing or watching. It's pretty cool.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me go grab one more thing. Yeah. Let me grab one more.
Oh dear, if it's another Digimon, I'm gonna be terrified.
Did you not like the Digimon movies?
I only watched one.
Which one did you watch?
The one with the Smash Mouth. That's the only one I remember.
The first one. The
Oh
first
my
one.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
what was the one with the guy who walked like this? He was like always walking
was
like
the same
this. He had
one.
That's
That
the
was
first
that
one.
was the second one, wasn't it?
No.
No,
So
that's the
the
same
thing
one.
about the thing about the Digimon movie is like it literally like you watch it and then it gets about halfway through and you think it's over and like there's like a little time jump and then you're in like a whole different part like whole different time zone like not time zone.
Well, because
Year.
there's different like groups of friends, and then on the last one, don't like all three of them like meet up to face like the last like. There's like, is it like 2 or 3 groups of friends that are like in this movie? I swear to God, like
It's
there's
2 groups. 2 groups.
Yeah.
groups,
I'm
yeah.
so lost in memory.
Digimon is complicated. I'll give it that.
The first group goes against the big bunny guy that's like this, and then the second
That guy
one
was
is
scary.
with the spider guy who's on the internet, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I can't. Yeah, I also have to add that I like that they could digivolve and then go back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, go back to being cute and cuddly.
Yes, whereas like Pokemon, I mean, you have like, I mean,
Bulbasaur.
Was it?
yes.
Yeah.
once you
Venusaur.
they don't go back. I mean, once you get to what is it, Charmander, like
Then you have Blastoise.
yeah, like they don't go back.
Then you have Torterra.
They're not cute anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
What's to do with the spoon?
Yes. Yes, people.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Omegamon being my favorite Digimon, I had to get a kit of this, which I have yet to build. So
I was gonna
Wait,
say,
did you
why
get that
isn't he
on Flynn's?
standing yet? He's a mech, just like you like
the
the
Gundams.
yeah, the Gundams. So there you go.
I'm
They got plenty of
procrastinating.
Gundams in Digimon.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of mech Digimon that I'm a fan of and whatnot. But I would say Omegamon being my top favorite. My second one would have to be Gallantmon Crimson Mode. That's from season 3 of Digimon. My third would be Susanomon for season 4 of Digimon. Yeah. Like
I'm so lost.
yeah, I would say up until season 5, that's when I stopped like completely watching Digimon because the main character is going around punching Digimon. I was like, wait, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, they started hitting them, didn't they?
Yeah, and I'm just like,
Yeah, there was one episode where like the girl who had Renomon, did she like get mad at her and like hit her or something? I was like, okay, all right, it was something weird. I don't remember.
Maybe rated
yeah,
E
it's
for
like
everyone.
it's like each season just gets they have something new and different and whatnot, and I was just like, huh.
It's like getting very drama-esque.
Yeah, but I like if they like it. I love it. I love Digimon. One of my favorite series of all time. My second favorite anime of all time. So before we get off whatnot, I'll announce my final one, which I'm pretty sure Waluigi know which one I'm gonna go with. So I'll let you guys continue on with y'all favorites until I announce my final.
I'm trying to think of.
You've said Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I already said One Piece.
I've mentioned like 3 different ones. I'm trying to go the non-shonen route.
Have anyone of y'all watched Death Note?
Yes,
Oh yeah.
of course. I should have mentioned that for the start.
It's a short anime, but it's really good. It's not your typical beat 'em up action style anime. This one is more thinking,
Suspense, thriller, horror.
Yeah, and like the whole process of it, from how Light tries to overthrow L, and then of course now Light Yagami is he's pretty much the king. He's enjoying it, and then he gets too cocky, just like every anime villain. When they get too cocky, that's when they lose, and they lose really bad.
That was like the darkest.
Mhm.
That was a sad moment for well, I would say protagonist, but he's kind of pure evil.
Can we say something considering Death Note though?
Yes.
Death Note was a hallmark for something. A hallmark for people to stop making live action anime movies. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I won't take it anymore. The movie sucked.
I have to say, I feel like that line was drawn after they made the Dragon Ball movie.
No, but they didn't stop.
Goku,
They didn't stop.
I thought that drew a hard line in the sand when they made that.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, it flopped. They made 2 of them, and they both flopped, didn't they? It was terrible.
Yeah.
Like they were like, no, we could bring it back. Nope.
No.
No, you tried. Yeah, Gecko. Yeah, no, I can't do Death Note as an anime. It was good, and I did enjoy it. I wouldn't say like it's something that like I was crazy about, but I did have fun with it. It was a fun series. But yeah, the movie, I couldn't stand it. I couldn't do it. Maybe it's just because I had no like huge connection to the series itself, but
And
yeah,
the destroying everything.
yeah, it's their thing, isn't it? To an extent.
One of those animes where like I'd watch a bunch of episodes late at night and sleep with the light on.
Really?
Yep.
Oh man. Oh, I got another anime, another classic one, which ended up becoming a very popular game. Yu-Gi-Oh.
God.
Thinking
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh earlier, but I haven't watched it in
Yu-Gi-
so long. I'm like, I can't even recommend it because I'd sound like an idiot talking about it.
Listen, I would
It's got
say
some, it's
I think there was what 3DS. I didn't watch 3DS, and I didn't watch all of GX. It's just mainly
Oh my God.
what you're used to.
The original.
The original.
Yep.
I liked Yu-Gi-Oh. I liked Yu-Gi-Oh. It's gotten a little carried away. The last episode I watched, they were running away from the cops, and homie challenges the police officer to a duel, and the cop just goes, "Bet, let's go." And they're driving, playing Yu-Gi-Oh,
That's 3DS.
speeding. They're gunning.
Chaotic.
And he beats the police officer, and the police officer's just like, "I'll get you next time," and just stops. Could you imagine if it was that easy these days? If I could just, if the cops were chasing me, I just stuck my arm out with the battle. Like, let's go.
Oh my God.
If that is the case, if that's all you have to get out,
I'm
like,
robbing
the
a
only
bank
way you-
tomorrow.
Oh my God, I'll rob a bank and I will grab my Yu-Gi-Oh card binder and just start giving it to him.
Blue eyes.
Can we just go to a convention and just get all dual discs? We're not even going to actually duel, but we're just going to look intimidating.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
definitely. I would love to do something like that. Just have a duel this and just walk through a convention and be like, "Yeah, I got
We're
one."
not even going to say real. We're not even going to say real cards.
You want the smoke? You want the smoke?
I remember I saw one kid came to school with his dual disc and he left without it. So
Oof.
those
Did you
things
go
were
home with
those
it,
things.
Toby?
I wish. They beat me to it. I say those things were like, you don't come to school with that. You're not coming home. Someone's taking it. Someone got a new toy.
Yep.
Like, oh yeah.
Was I the
Those
only?
things were cool.
Was I the only like unlucky one that got like the same 4 cards every time I purchased them?
I
Because
got
I
them too.
swear I would go with people and they would buy their little card and they'd open it and they'd get the coolest shit and I would literally be like, oh, the same one. I have 20 of these.
Same thing with Pokemon cards.
So
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
yeah, I have something really bad. You're probably all gonna hate me for this. You ready?
Not yet.
So, our cousin had a Yu-Gi-Oh deck that was about like this thick, and it had some decent cards in it. And he gave it to me because he was like, "I don't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, so I'm giving this to you." And I went through it. I'm like, "This is sick." When he left, I was looking through it and I dropped it. And I dropped it in such a way that it went under our TV stand. And my childlike brain, because I didn't have any cognitive dissonance, was like, those cards are gone now. And I never saw them again. We moved out and my dad just threw them away. They just didn't exist to me anymore. That was the extent of my Yu-Gi-Oh career. That it just ended after that. I had like 3 cards left and I was like, all right. And then I gave them to kids for like cookies. I was like, all right.
They disappeared into the nether.
Yeah, it was a mess. Absolute disaster. What was the monster that you had to get the multiple pieces for? The centerpiece was like a little furry guy. Exodia. He had only 1 piece missing from Exodia in that deck.
Oh my God.
If you had
And I lost.
Man, that card would have been worth a lot of money if you still had it, especially in good
Yeah,
condition.
I was a stupid like 7-year-old, so
Oh my god, I realized
money
something. I
wasn't
have
an
a whole
object
thing
to
of
me.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh,
Dust
well,
them off.
don't let
Dust
them
them
go
off
onto
while
your
you do.
TV stand. You might not get them back.
That's right. I'm being dead ass. Like, these are all Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I collected.
Yeah, but you got Exodia?
No, I have these hands.
Me neither. Ah,
Like, I'm trying to see if I have a Dark Magician or something.
If it's
Dark
not
Magician.
holographic in first edition, it ain't gonna be worth much.
I know. I just got the fucking statue of Easter Island. The fuck is this gonna do?
Nothing. You're not gonna even get a quarter for that.
I'll take
I
10
went to-
cents.
I went to
Like 4
I went
extra.
to I went to daycare at the gym when my dad when I went to the gym with my dad. He put me in daycare once, and we were playing Pokemon, but because I had no idea how to play, the best way we did it. I don't know if anyone else ever did this. Whoever had the cooler looking Pokemon one. That's just how we played.
No,
I don't know
I
if
did.
anyone ever did that.
I did more of like an I declare war style.
How do you do that? I'm just curious. Like
You
what
just
was the gauge of
face-
like who won?
Basically what you're saying, like whoever had the cooler, bigger looking Pokemon. But the way that we did it was we didn't just flip. You know, we laid out. We went I declare war, and then
So you
we
pretty much playing
flipped that
Yu-Gi-Oh with
last
Pokemon
one.
cards. I mean, like to an extent.
Essentially,
Wow, I don't have anything
Essentially.
cool right now. I'm like going through my cards right now.
Wow, it's like someone's lacking.
I know.
Don't let the cops duel you, dude. You're going down.
you're getting the ticket.
Oh man,
You're
but,
getting cited for speeding.
but that is crazy. Like I didn't finish GX. I didn't even start on 3DS because at that point I think I was like done with Yu-Gi-Oh because with the card game they just went they added a new feature which is synchro summon. I was like, yeah, I'm done. And I didn't want to watch the show to get a better understanding of it because usually if you're like if you want to get into Yu-Gi-Oh, I mean, that might be worth like 50 cents, but
Yeah, let's go.
but
Yeah, go on.
but it's like with Yu-Gi-Oh in the TV shows, it was good for people to get into the show, so that way, like if you wanted to get into the card game, then the show would be your entryway into the card game, so that way you could get a better understanding of it, which helped me out when I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, oh, how did I play Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh, I was watching a TV show, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I like how they're playing and whatnot. And then after that, boom, you end up getting the cards, and yeah, just having fun with them.
No, was it Yu-Gi-Oh that did something to change like their card setup that devalued a lot of cards that like people were saving? There was a card game. I might be losing my mind right now.
I know what you're talking about.
I was on a Discord chat and I heard people complaining about like they changed something or like they started making cards again of some sort and it just devalued the cards they were saving. It just didn't matter anymore. It was something weird, I swear. But like I know that like a lot of people just don't really like care for Yu-Gi-Oh as much anymore.
Yeah, because the meta. I mean, the meta always changes, which I can see why. Because you don't want people to use a strategy that is completely unfair and completely overpowered. So yeah, you got to change the meta every once in a while. Your ban cards, limited cards, things like that.
Have at least a Dark Magician, goddammit.
but like when it came down to their animes and whatnot, like that's when I tried to get back into it, but it was like, nah, I'm done. Like I miss the traditional Yugi versus Kaiba battle. That was it. That is
an old fashioned man.
Yeah, the Battle City tournament was the highest peak that Yu-Gi-Oh has ever been at, and I don't think it'll ever reach that peak ever again, especially with their new Yu-Gi-Oh anime. That's just my opinion.
I think they hit their pinnacle. I think it's pretty much like it's a pretty straight ride. Just
yeah, because it just
Dude,
went
I
up.
found my first Yu-Gi-Oh card.
I mean,
This is my
for right now,
Yu-Gi-Oh card.
yeah. You have your first Yu-Gi-Oh card with you?
Yeah,
Whip
this
it.
is one of them.
Let me see. I can't see it. Where's it at?
It's a Frog the Jam.
Oh,
It's
a big one. You better save that.
I know. It'll get me probably like.
I think it's crazy that like Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards have like their own economy, right? Like at this point, like it's just like like there are cards out there worth like $1,000.
This is gonna be something
It's
stupid
insanity
right
to
now, but
me.
I got an idea.
Oh, definitely.
So if you're fighting a comp of cards, can I make it Rainer cards just so like
Beat this. Something I never got into was Bakugan.
There was an anime of that too, and I was like, no.
I didn't like that. I didn't like the
watched it.
anime, and I also didn't like the game. I don't know if I did.
It's really stupid. It's like Beyblade.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go. I remember Beyblade.
It's like
Oh, I remember
Beyblade
that.
2. I didn't like either of those. Bakugan and Beyblade, I was not a
Beyblade
fan
weirded me
of.
out. It was just too dramatic for. Oh my god! I realized what it is. It's battle dreidels.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
I literally
yes,
thought that as a
yes.
kid. Because when I was a kid, when I found out about Beyblade, guess who also had just found out about, like, generally speaking, started really realizing what Hanukkah was. Because they started talking about it in school. And so I found out about dreidels, and I see Beyblade. I'm like, oh, it's dreidels. So I would take dreidels and just spin them and watch them run into each other, and that was it. I was like, okay, cool. Now I know why would I buy them? You know what I mean? Like,
Poor man's Beyblade.
yeah, because here's the thing. It's all about luck. Because like you set your let it rip, and then you just watch them do this until one of them stops doing this, and then whoever didn't stop wins. And for me, it's like I don't really know if there's that much like.
Holy crap!
Yeah, like I don't know. It was just all chance. It was just all like a gamble. You just kind of do this, and then whoever just has the cooler Beyblade wins, I guess.
But man, in the anime, they exaggerated the hell out of it. Like,
Oh yeah.
they,
Oh yeah.
they
went
made
all out.
it. They made it look so. They made it look so interesting, as if it was like Dragon Ball Z, but it's just Beyblade and whatnot. And you would have like the characters just acting out as if it was like a Dragon Ball Z fight. It was just like, no, it's just a Beyblade fight.
It's like
Yeah,
red versus blue, and you're like, look at blue go.
Yeah, like elemental Beyblades, and they're like, ah! Like, well, they're just.
Yeah.
You think about that outside of their bubble, because for them, like, it's probably like this elemental war, and like the earth is cracking, but like you look at them from across the street, and it's just like,
Yeah. Yes, literally.
The anime was so trash. I used to watch it every morning before I go to middle school.
for me, okay, so things about games like Yu-Gi-Oh, Beyblade, Bakugan. Why would I want to play a game where I can get physically hurt in that game? And then on top of that, you can buy the stuff from that game from like any general store, and even in the universe. So it's like, it just seems like not a good idea. I wouldn't want to play Beyblade in real life because I'll just get burned by my own Beyblade. I'm not buying it. I don't know. Yeah.
So like, just throwing it out there, if anybody ever wants to cosplay as Beyblade, and I don't mean like as a character, like as a literal Beyblade, and we can
I'll
just
do
go
it.
and spin and tap each other.
I have no pride. I'll do it right now.
The whole
You already
con.
have you already have my cosplay set up for me, so you plan them. I just dress up.
You're the model. That's good. That was perfect.
Alrighty, and any final anime that you guys want?
I got one more.
Okay, go for it.
This is gonna be a mech anime, but it's called Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
Oh, Gurren Lagann for sure.
Oh,
That
definitely.
slaps. The themes, the amount of emotion that you can get within the first 8 episodes. The 8th episode is what brought me to tears, and then the last one. Because you see so much evolution happen in 24 episodes. And so much character development. And a time skip. Also,
That's
some
true.
slide at you.
I
I think
need
my
you guys
favorite
to,
line
like,
from that show is you don't believe in yourself? Well, why don't you believe in the you that believes in me believing in you? Like that.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Yeah, that was probably my favorite fucking line of the whole.
But I love the freaking song that goes like, "Row, row, fight the power." That thing slapped.
Yes. What are you gonna say, Chris?
I'm surprised.
I was gonna say I seriously need you guys to like text me over animes that are not shonen, so I can. Because if you notice, every time you guys mention a shonen, I'm like, yeah, and then when you don't, I'm like,
Well, we can at least
Mhm.
bring back JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh yes.
I mean, there's what part 1 and part 2 that came out pre 2015, and I think part 3
Yeah.
came out in 2015.
Yeah, part 3 came out 2015-ish. I remember watching it in sub because I watched everything in dub until that moment, and then I became a sub fan.
Well,
True.
you made the smart. Well, you made the right decision. You
I
made the right
did.
choice.
I'm gonna say something.
I'm not shitting on the people that do the dub voice. I'm not shitting on them, but it's just something with the Japanese voice. For some reason, they capture the emotion right, and Dio just sounds good in Japanese. I'm not
I was
shitting
gonna say.
on the
I was
English
gonna say
voice acting.
the
So
JoJo dub was bad. I'm sorry. Like the
I
accents in the JoJo dub.
I
Oh my
made the
god, I couldn't
mistake
do it.
of attempting to watch JoJo first in dub. And when I tell you the episode started and they're like, "Blimey! Where are you guys
JoJo.
going? JoJo?
It was.
Dario?" I was
It was
like,
a.
"Oh my god." I felt so uncomfortable I couldn't even move from the couch to change it. Like I was
Speedwagon.
petrified.
It's one of those ones where you kind of hope that you don't get caught because then people are gonna be like, "What are you doing?" And you're just like, "I."
That's cosplay
It's not.
20. What?
This.
That's
It's better
cosplay
than
episode.
this. I'm surprised no one said this. Cowboy Bebop.
I've
Cowboy
heard of
Bebop's
it,
good.
and I never took in the
I've watched it
opportunity
briefly.
to watch it, and I should be ashamed of
Watch it.
myself.
It's
Look,
very good.
I didn't say it, but yeah, Cowboy Bebop is pretty iconic. I haven't finished it, but I have seen, and it's definitely worth a watch. I love what I've seen so far.
That's
It's
good.
pretty sick.
It's definitely one of those classics, and especially you can watch it in dub and like keep
Oh
going
yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
Because there's only a few dubs I can tolerate, and that's one of them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That
Unfortunately,
dub
Seven
was
Deadly
done
Sins is
pretty
one of
well.
them.
Seven Deadly Sins. Yeah.
Oh shit! I got a Dark Magician.
Prove it. Oh hey, there you go.
Nice.
I'll give you $3.
So this entire time, I thought you might have just been fiddling with your hands or something, and you've just been going through Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
It's worth something. I know it. I'll show them.
He's adding it on the calculator, like, okay, 50 cents, another 50 cents, 25
Making fun of my
cents.
Slime the Frog. Is that what it was? Slime the Frog?
I have to say, for the girls, obviously Sailor Moon,
Yeah.
1,000%.
I mean, for the guys
1,000%.
too. Let's be real.
Definitely,
Guys should watch Sailor Moon.
definitely not dub. I don't know. It just always amazed me, like, watching Sailor Moon in sub, it just, like, the voices flow and everything, and then all of a sudden you're watching it in dub, and Sailor Moon's voice is just, I don't know what she is. She sounds like a 40-year-old lady.
It's like an older woman trying to sound like one of those "we have to go over here" kind of things, wasn't it? I haven't seen it in a
yes.
while. It was pretty like.
It's been a hot minute since I actually watched that. Wow.
But yeah, Sailor Moon is definitely classic.
Yes.
Ooh, I remember this one because this one had like a lot of female characters in it. I'm trying to oh my goodness, I'm trying to remember.
While you're thinking, I do have one.
Tenchi Muyo.
Oh.
Tenchi Muyo.
Oh.
I remember it. That's a classic. Tenchi Muyo is a classic. What else?
There are two shows I
Rurouni
can mention.
Kenshin.
Oh, you son of a gun! I was gonna say that. We think alike.
Rurouni Kenshin. That is a good. That's a really good mention. Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yu Yu Hakusho's good. Bleach, obviously.
I was gonna say Bleach for my final one.
Oh no! I stole the thunder. I stole it.
Yeah, Bleach. That has a special place in my heart. Very special place. Very special place. Because I like the story, and yes, I understand the final arc before the 1,000-Year Blood War was kind of shit. I get that. I understand. Before, I get hate in the comments and whatnot, but Aizen and everything else prior, loved it. The soundtrack, loved it. Plenty of selection of waifus, love it.
Waifus are important.
Yes.
You can't just glaze over
Who's
that.
for
You have to
waifu?
the waifu economy is very valuable to the average anime viewer. You need to have a very healthy waifu economy for someone to be able to
You have your
truly
wife.
enjoy that series.
You have
Why are you
your
spitting facts
waifu.
this late at night?
You have your waifus and your husbandos. How wrong?
Husbandos?
Yeah, husbandos. Like they're like the opposite of waifus, but for just guys. Like you have
Every JoJo for most people.
yeah.
I don't have any taste or culture.
Like Bleach has it all.
Yes.
That is also an anime I would recommend.
Okay, I got one more.
All right.
And this is one of the OG shonen.
Okay.
Fist of the North Star. Or Hakuto Shinken.
That is a classic. That is a classic. That was before my time. That was before
I lack the
watched-
culture. I very much
binge-watched
lack the
hell
culture.
out of it. 2015, I binge watched it.
Yeah, I was
I
raised in
watched-
a barn. I haven't seen that one.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. That's where the original meme goes.
We're swine.
I do this every podcast. Oh my god. Every South Florida Gamers podcast, I say this. Or every couple episodes, I go, oh my wa, mo shinderu.
Nani?
Then explode.
Is that where that's from?
Yeah.
That's from the 80s.
Yeah, that's an anime from the
Nani?
80s.
That's like straight. It was just the overdramatic, overpowered anime protagonists that can touch anyone and they just blow up.
Yeah, literally.
That's what the 80s was good for, is just watching people explode from getting flicked.
But literally, this guy could touch you and you got 5 seconds to live. How do you want to live it? 5, 4, 3, 2, blows up, and it's so dark if you think about it.
I'll be real, Dragon Ball Z would be so much cooler if they just went that route and people just, because it has the potential to be that crazy. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Dragon Ball Z, but
Dragon Ball Z. But what about Dragon Ball?
yeah,
That
just
is
Dragon Ball,
classic.
Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball series in general. If they went that route and just blew people up sometimes, completely,
showed gore. Yeah.
Frieza.
that
I mean, just
'Cause,
imagine if they actually today's anime. I feel like is so much more. I wouldn't say violent, but more detailed in fight scenes.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
As
oh, yeah,
opposed
way
to,
more.
I mean,
It
I
is.
remember watching Dragon Ball and thinking it was so badass, but you just see these little clips of boop, 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 and I'm like, you just knew someone was getting their ass kicked. You
Yeah.
know.
I think what it
But now
was is
you
it
can
left it up to your
actually physically-
imagination.
Yes.
Imagine the scene where Frieza gets defeated and Frieza just gets ripped in half, but it's actually just Saving Private Ryan, ah, you know what I mean, blood sea level kind of just.
I mean, realistically, for all we
crazy.
knew, they were tickling each other to death because all we got were just.
I mean, that's what their punches look like. 'Cause I mean, Goku doesn't feel anything half the time when he fights people.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right.
The
Well,
anime on my system.
Well, I would say that concludes our episode of Otakus of South Florida and our recommendations of anime pre 2015. We said a lot. Looking back at it, we're way past the time. We're about an hour in, so
Oh my god.
yeah. We talked a lot about anime that we would recommend, their origins and things like that. And of course, I am honored and grateful to have both of you guys on, Chris and Freddie, or is it Frankie?
Frankie.
Yes.
I've known him for so long, and it definitely means a
I
lot
dub
to hear him join us.
I dub thee Freddy now. He's Freddy now.
Freddie, that's fine.
Alrighty. You guys want to let?
Here's a band.
Oh Lord.
What was that?
Here's a band for you guys.
A bad.
Oh, God.
Well, before we close out, you guys want to let the audience know where they can find you on social media?
You know what, the sound when you said that, the sound went out. I didn't catch that.
Oh, I said, do you want to let the people know, the audience know where they can find you on social media?
Oh yes, I am on TikTok and on Instagram as Cosplay Chris, and it's Krys for Chris. That's about it. That's all the social
you
media I have.
Yeah. You can find me on Instagram on Senior Hannibal Hector Art. Or no, it's just Hannibal Hector Art. Sorry, that was my old name. Now it's just Hannibal Hector Art.
Oh, I did
That's
not
where you can
notice until
find me on
now.
Instagram. Hey.
Yeah, you guys know where you can find me. Waluigi everywhere. Where? Where?
You already know where y'all can find me if you're not watching this video already. So, with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in and joining us, and we'll catch you again next week with another episode. Stay classy, y'all.
Peace.